Hello, thank you so very much for taking the time to view this. I do appreciate it. And if you would, and if you enjoy this video, I hope you will like, subscribe, and share. I very much would appreciate it, and I thank you for doing so if you would. What I've got to talk to you today about is a Coleman 3-burner even temp propane stove. Okay, I've had this a little over a year. It's a stove that I really want to like. However, I do not like it very well. I will tell you that up front. My main issue, the main reason I don't like this stove is that it will not adjust down very low with any consistency, at least for me. Okay? It runs great on high, on medium high. When you get down to around medium low, or a simmer, it starts getting very finicky and very difficult to get it to adjust down with any consistency and stay there. What typically happens is when I adjust it down, I let go of it, kind of pops back a little bit and it goes back up toward that medium or medium high setting, and difficult to get it to stay down there at a low setting. Okay, and that's my main issue with this stove, and that's particularly on these two side burners. That middle burner, that rectangle burner, I can get it down a little bit lower, but that's a third of the stove basically, you know, and makes it difficult to use for general cooking, at least for my type cooking. If I was just boiling water or cooking things that needed a high heat all the time, then hey, it would be fine. But this is a stove. This is not just a water boiler, and I need something that I can cook a variety of things on, and it just doesn't work well for that purpose because of the lack of adjustment. And that's my issue with the stove. Okay, I don't see a good workaround with it. I know there are some hacks for some of the stoves out there that allow people to improve that, and that's great. This one's got plastic handles and knobs on it. I don't know how, be very difficult at best to, and I shouldn't have to fool with anything like that either. This is not an inexpensive stove. This is one of their more expensive propane stoves, as I recall anyway, and I would expect it to be better. The first one I sent back thinking that the second one might be better. No, same issue. So this is two examples, okay? And I'm just disappointed in it. Coleman, you can do better. Y'all used to do better. You used to make things better. This is not that great. Now, I'm also going to tell you up front, another couple of issues, plastic. A lot of plastic handles on this thing. Plastic handle on this thing, plastic latch on this thing. When you close it and latch it, you have to be careful when you pick this thing up and move it. It'll come unlatched very easily. Okay, just not very practical for something you're going to be moving around and taking camping and taking on trips, in my opinion anyway. Okay, just keep in mind these are my opinions, my thoughts, my impressions. Okay, another thing, while these wind screens are reasonably effective with the wind, you know, there are some pretty good gaps. They're not great, but they are reasonably effective for that purpose. They don't always hold very well. If you bump this, it can come undone very easily and fall. Okay, now what I will say is this was a nice feature that Coleman put on here. When the wind's not blowing and you want to set this out, you can, this is a good place to lay a spatula or something and keep it clean. Okay, however, that's just part of it. Overall, you know, it lights easy. I'll give it credit. I'll give them credit there. Turn it on, hit the button, light it up, and adjust it up real high. But when you try to adjust it back down and you let go, right back up. That's an issue. And I shouldn't have to sit there and try to fool with it. And then it doesn't. Most of the time I can't get it adjusted even after you know, multiple attempts a lot of times there. So just doesn't work real great in that aspect. Now, the reason I got it, I wanted to be able to use my griddle, because, you know, I'm cooking for a family or cooking for a group of people. And I'll tell you what, there's plenty of room on here for a griddle. That's that Lodge, one of the Lodge griddles there. This is, I believe, a Nordic ware. This isn't cast iron. That was cast iron. This is not cast iron. This is a Nordic ware griddle, even with the big handles on it. Plenty of room. Plenty of room. Plenty of room for two 12-inch skillets here. Those are Lodge 12-inch skillets, standard Lodge skillets. You use these for a lot of cooking. They fit fine, okay? No issue there. Got my tape measure here if you're interested in dimensions. You've got a full 25 1/4 inches across there. No issue, okay? You've got from that back wall up here to the front, you've got about 16 1/2. So a lot of room on there. However, it can have all the room it has and still not be very useful when you can adjust the flame down very low. Okay, Coleman? So that's my issue with this stove. And like I say, this is my second example of one of these. I'd sent the first one back and thinking the second one might work better, but no go, it doesn't. So hey, it is what it is. You know, maybe I'll get some use out of it in some regards. I don't know. I have used it some. I got tired of using it though recently, fooling with it, and I went and ordered me a Camp Chef Everest 2X because I've seen some good reviews on being able to have really good simmer control on it, though it is just a 2-burner stove. And I'll tell you my initial use of it is that it does, you can adjust it down really low, and it is and that Camp Chef just feels like a much better quality product on that Everest. Hey, I really wanted to like the Coleman. I went with the Coleman first time around based on my experience with an old white gas stove that I inherited that works real well, and it's a good stove. I wanted something bigger, and I thought this might work and would give me the room that I was looking for. But when you can't control that flame very well, it just kind of defeats the purpose. And so that's my 2 cents on that. You know, this really is causing me to start to steer more away and look at other brands and all, because I expect more from Coleman. I really do. But it is what it is. No more, no less about it. And I appreciate y'all taking the time to view this. I hope it was of some help to you, and I hope you're doing well. And y'all do take care. And again, if this was of some help or enjoyment to you, like, subscribe, share, and I do thank you for that. Take care. Bye.